An estimated 75 to 80% of adults in the Western world are not getting enough magnesium, and 3 out of every 4 adults are running on a significant magnesium deficiency. That's a huge problem, considering magnesium drives over 300 vital functions, including sleep, blood pressure, and energy production. While most advice tells you to eat spinach or dark chocolate, there's an entire group of nutrient-packed plants that almost nobody talks about. Today, we're covering 15 forgotten high magnesium plants, why they work, and simple ways to add them to your daily meals. Hit subscribe, and let's get into it. Number 1. Hemp seeds 700 milligrams per 100 grams, the most magnesium-dense seed on earth, hemp seeds. And this is the one that consistently stops people in their tracks when they see the number. Hemp seeds contain 700 milligrams of magnesium per 100 grams. The recommended daily intake for most adults is around 310 to 420 milligrams. A single serving of hemp seeds can cover more than your entire daily requirement. Hemp seeds are nutritionally extraordinary beyond just magnesium. They contain all 9 essential amino acids, making them one of the very few complete plant proteins. They're rich in omega-3 and omega-6 fats in a ratio considered ideal for reducing inflammation. The magnesium is highly bioavailable because hemp seeds are relatively low in phytic acid, meaning it isn't locked away by anti-nutrients. 3 tablespoons of hemp seeds stirred into a morning smoothie, scattered over porridge, or added to a salad. The taste is mild and slightly nutty, genuinely one of the most palatable seeds to eat regularly. They require no cooking, no soaking, no preparation. Just add them. Number 2. Buckwheat 231 milligrams per 100 grams. The ancient grain that isn't actually wheat, buckwheat. And despite the name, this is not related to wheat at all. It's a seed from a flowering plant related to rhubarb. It's completely gluten-free, and it's been cultivated in Central Asia and Eastern Europe for over 1,000 years as a staple food. Buckwheat contains 231 milligrams of magnesium per 100 grams. It's also high in rutin, a flavonoid that strengthens blood vessel walls. Research confirms buckwheat improves blood sugar regulation and reduces insulin resistance, relevant because blood sugar instability increases urinary magnesium excretion. Buckwheat addresses both the magnesium supply and one of the main mechanisms driving magnesium loss. Cook buckwheat groats like rice. 1 part buckwheat to 2 parts water, simmered for 15 minutes. Use it as a porridge base, a grain side dish, or in place of rice. Soba noodles are made from buckwheat and are widely available. Check the label to ensure they're 100% buckwheat for the full nutritional benefit. Number 3. Moringa leaf, the tree of life's hidden magnesium. Moringa. We've talked about this plant before in the context of calcium and collagen, but the magnesium profile is equally remarkable and gets less attention. Moringa dried leaf powder contains around 368 milligrams of magnesium per 100 grams. Fresh leaves are lower, but still significant. What makes moringa unusual for magnesium delivery specifically is its broader mineral profile. Magnesium works best in the body when it's accompanied by adequate vitamin B6, which helps magnesium enter cells, and when calcium and phosphorus are in appropriate balance. Moringa provides all of these cofactors alongside the magnesium itself. Traditional African and South Asian medicine has used moringa for fatigue, muscle weakness, and nerve function for generations. Those are almost textbook symptoms of magnesium deficiency. The tradition was observing the deficiency correction without naming the mineral involved. A teaspoon of moringa powder in warm water, stirred into soups, or blended into a morning smoothie. It has a green, slightly earthy taste that blends well with fruit smoothies and disappears into savory cooking. Daily use over weeks is where the restorative effect builds noticeably. Number 4. Amaranth 248 milligrams per 100 grams. The Aztec grain they tried to erase amaranth. We've mentioned this one before too, and it keeps appearing on these lists because it genuinely earns its place across multiple nutritional categories. For magnesium specifically, raw amaranth grain contains around 248 milligrams per 100 grams. A cooked cup provides around 160 milligrams, about 38% of the daily requirement in one serving. Amaranth was so central to Aztec civilization that Spanish colonizers specifically banned its cultivation to break the indigenous cultural framework. That ban is one reason it disappeared from mainstream food for centuries. It survived in small indigenous communities, and the nutritional research has now confirmed what those communities maintained throughout. Beyond magnesium, amaranth contains all essential amino acids including lysine, which is unusually rare in grains, along with iron, calcium, and phosphorus. The combination supports muscle function, energy production, and bone density simultaneously. Simmer 1 part amaranth in 3 parts water for 20 minutes as a morning porridge. Add a little honey and cinnamon, or use it as a grain side dish in place of rice or quinoa. Number 5. Wheat germ 239 milligrams per 100 grams. The part of wheat we threw away, wheat germ. The tiny embryo at the center of the wheat kernel, removed during modern milling because it shortens shelf life. And that removal took with it one of the most nutrient-dense parts of the grain. Wheat germ contains around 239 milligrams of magnesium per 100 grams, along with vitamin E, zinc, folate, and a complete amino acid profile. The magnesium in wheat germ is accompanied by vitamin B6, critical for magnesium utilization in cells. Without adequate B6, the body retains and uses only a fraction of the magnesium available. Wheat germ provides both in natural proportion. It also contains significant octocosanol, a long-chain alcohol with documented effects on physical endurance and nervous system function. Traditional milling communities across the Middle East and Europe who ate whole grain bread with the germ intact had consistent access to these compounds. Modern refined flour delivers almost none of them. A tablespoon of raw wheat germ stirred into yogurt, oatmeal, or a smoothie. Stored in the fridge after opening. The fats oxidize quickly at room temperature, widely available in health food stores. One of the simplest upgrades on this list because it adds almost no flavor and requires zero preparation. Number 6. Purslane 68 milligrams per 100 grams fresh. The weed your garden already grows, purslane again. And I make no apology for it appearing on multiple lists because most people are still pulling it out of their garden and composting it. For magnesium, purslane contains around 68 milligrams per 100 grams of fresh leaf, which is comparable to spinach and significantly higher than most commonly eaten salad greens. But what makes purslane particularly interesting for magnesium absorption is the omega-3 fatty acid content. It's the richest leafy plant source of ALA omega-3s available. And omega-3s improve cell membrane fluidity, directly relevant to magnesium transport. Purslane improves the cellular conditions for magnesium uptake while delivering it simultaneously. That combination in a single plant is unusual. Young purslane leaves eaten raw in salads, mild, slightly lemony taste, succulent texture. Added to stir fries in the last 60 seconds of cooking. Stirred into soups just before serving. If you have a garden, look for the low-growing succulent-like plant spreading across the soil. It's almost certainly already there. Quick pause here. If you're finding this useful, drop a like. And let me know in the comments how many of these 15 you've actually eaten before. I'm genuinely curious. We're approaching halfway. The next 9 include some of the more surprising ones on this list. Number 7. Beet greens 70 milligrams per 100 grams. The part of the beet most people throw away, beet greens. The leafy tops of the beetroot plant that most people cut off and throw in the compost when they bring home fresh beets. And that's genuinely a significant nutritional loss, because beet greens contain around 70 milligrams of magnesium per 100 grams, more than the beetroot itself, along with potassium, vitamin K, vitamin C, and iron. In traditional European and Middle Eastern cooking, beet greens were considered as valuable as the root. It was only as the food system moved toward pre-trimmed vegetables that the greens disappeared. Now most supermarket beets come with them already removed. The magnesium in beet greens works alongside the plant's naturally high nitrate content. Nitrates support blood vessel relaxation, which improves circulation, including to the muscles where magnesium is most needed for contraction and relaxation function. If you buy whole beets with the tops attached, keep the greens. Sauté them in olive oil with garlic for 3 to 4 minutes, exactly like you'd cook spinach or chard. The flavor is mild, slightly earthy, and genuinely good. They wilt significantly, so a large handful cooks down to a reasonable portion. Number 8. Millet 114 milligrams per 100 grams. Africa and Asia's forgotten grain millet. One of the oldest cultivated grains in human history, grown in China over 10,000 years ago, central to diets across sub-Saharan Africa and South Asia for millennia, and now largely absent from Western kitchens despite being nutritionally exceptional. Millet contains 114 milligrams of magnesium per 100 grams and is alkaline forming, relevant because acidic internal environments increase magnesium excretion. It's gluten-free, low glycemic, and rich in silicon, which works alongside magnesium for connective tissue and bone health. Cook millet like rice or couscous, 1 part millet to 2 parts water, simmered for 15 to 20 minutes. It has a mild, slightly nutty flavor and a slightly fluffy texture when cooked. Use it as a porridge base, a grain side, or toasted dry in a pan and added to salads for texture. Number 9. Nettle leaf. The mineral-dense wild green nettle leaf. And this one keeps appearing on these nutritional lists because the mineral density of nettle is genuinely hard to match with cultivated greens. For magnesium specifically, dried nettle contains significant concentrations. Fresh nettle averages around 57 milligrams per 100 grams, and the dried leaf concentrates that substantially. Nettle's silica content specifically supports kidney function. The kidneys are the primary organs regulating magnesium balance, deciding how much to retain and how much to excrete. Supporting kidney function supports magnesium retention. Traditional European herbalism described nettle as mineralizing the blood, a phrase that maps precisely to what the nutritional profile now tells us. Nettle leaf tea. Steep a tablespoon of dried nettle in hot water for 10 minutes. Rich, slightly grassy flavor that most people find pleasant. Or blanch fresh nettle in boiling water for 2 minutes. The sting is immediately deactivated. And use it exactly like cooked spinach in soups, pasta, or as a side green. Number 10. Fenugreek seeds, 100 grams per 100 grams. The bitter seed with remarkable mineral density fenugreek seeds. Small, golden brown, intensely bitter, and almost completely overlooked in Western nutrition conversations, despite being used as both food and medicine across the Indian subcontinent, the Middle East, and North Africa for over 4,000 years. Fenugreek seeds contain 191 milligrams of magnesium per 100 grams and are high in soluble fiber that slows glucose absorption, directly relevant to magnesium retention since blood sugar spikes drive magnesium loss through the kidneys. Research confirms fenugreek improves insulin sensitivity and reduces fasting blood sugar. Ayurvedic medicine prescribed it specifically for building stamina, which maps to blood sugar regulation and the mineral support underlying it. Soak a teaspoon of fenugreek seeds overnight and eat them first thing in the morning on an empty stomach. Bitter but highly effective for blood sugar management. Or dry toast them and grind as a spice for curries and stews. Add to bread dough. The bitterness mellows significantly with cooking. Number 11. Taro leaves, the overlooked tropical green. Taro leaves. We talked about taro root in the Forgotten Vegetables video. But the leaves of the taro plant, which are eaten across the Pacific Islands, South Asia, and West Africa as a staple green, have their own impressive nutritional profile. Taro leaves contain significant magnesium, alongside very high levels of vitamin C, vitamin A, and iron. Traditional Hawaiian, Fijian, and Indian cooking all include taro leaf as a cornerstone vegetable. Using both root and leaf, taro was genuinely self-sufficient as a dietary staple. One important note, taro leaves must always be thoroughly cooked. They contain calcium oxalate crystals that irritate the mouth and throat when raw. Extended cooking, at least 45 minutes, fully neutralizes this. In Hawaiian cooking, taro leaves are slow cooked in coconut cream for lau lau. In Indian cuisine, they're used in patra, rolled with a spiced paste and steamed. If you have access to an Asian or Pacific grocery store, they're worth finding. Number 12. Sea vegetables. Kelp, wakame, dulse. The ocean's magnesium concentrate sea vegetables. Kelp, wakame, dulse, nori. And this category gets very little attention in most Western magnesium conversations, which is odd given that marine plants are bathed in mineral-rich seawater, and concentrate those minerals at extraordinary levels. Dried kelp contains over 120 milligrams of magnesium per 100 grams. Dried dulse is similarly concentrated. Wakame provides around 107 milligrams per 100 grams dried. And crucially, the magnesium in sea vegetables is accompanied by iodine, essential for thyroid function, and a full spectrum of trace minerals that are increasingly absent from land-grown crops due to soil depletion. The thyroid connection matters because thyroid hormones regulate how cells use magnesium. Iodine deficiency impairs thyroid function, which impairs magnesium utilization. Sea vegetables address both simultaneously. Dried wakame rehydrates quickly in warm water and adds well to soups, salads, and rice dishes. Nori sheets are widely available and can be used as wraps or crumbled over food. Dulse flakes can be used as a savory seasoning, sprinkled over almost anything. Start with small amounts. Sea vegetables have a strong flavor, and a little goes a long way. Number 13. Black-eyed peas, 171 milligrams per 100 grams. The African legume with a long memory, black-eyed peas. One of the oldest cultivated legumes in human history, originating in West Africa and central to the food culture of multiple African, South Asian, and Caribbean communities for thousands of years. They were brought to the Americas through the transatlantic slave trade and became a dietary staple of African American cuisine, a cultural food memory that survived extraordinary historical disruption. Black-eyed peas contain around 100 grams of dried beans. They're also very high in folate, potassium, and iron. The soluble fiber feeds beneficial gut bacteria that produce short-chain fatty acids, and gut health has a direct effect on mineral absorption, including magnesium. Black-eyed peas deliver magnesium and support the gut environment that makes absorption more efficient. Soak dried black-eyed peas overnight and cook for 45 minutes to an hour until tender. Add to soups, stews, curries, or eat simply seasoned with olive oil, garlic, and herbs. They absorb flavor beautifully. In West African cooking, they're used in akara, black-eyed pea fritters, and in hoppin' john across the American South. Canned black-eyed peas work well for quicker preparations. Number 14. Banana blossom, the forgotten flower that feeds you. Banana blossom, the large purple-red flower that hangs from the end of a banana bunch. Eaten across South and Southeast Asia as a vegetable, in curries, salads, soups, and stir-fries, for centuries. Almost completely unknown in most Western kitchens, banana blossom contains meaningful magnesium alongside potassium, calcium, iron, and significant vitamin E. But the reason it deserves a place on this list extends beyond the direct mineral content. Banana blossom is high in flavonoids, particularly quercetin and catechins, that have documented antioxidant properties. Oxidative stress is one of the primary drivers of cellular magnesium loss. When cells are under oxidative assault, they leak magnesium. The antioxidants reduce that oxidative drain on cellular magnesium reserves. Traditional Ayurvedic medicine prescribed banana flour specifically for building strength, which maps to mineral restoration in modern terms. Fresh banana blossom requires preparation. Peel back the outer petals and slice the inner florets, soaking in acidulated water to prevent browning. Available canned in Asian grocery stores, which simplifies preparation significantly. Use as a meat substitute in curries. The texture when cooked is remarkably similar to pulled meat. Add to soups, stir-fries, or salads, dressed with lime and fish sauce in the Thai style. Number 15. Cacao. Raw cacao nibs or powder, 499 milligrams per 100 grams. The original magnesium medicine. And we end here with raw cacao. And I want to make the distinction between raw cacao and processed commercial chocolate because they are genuinely different things nutritionally. Raw cacao powder contains around 499 milligrams of magnesium per 100 grams, placing it among the most magnesium-dense plant foods available. Raw cacao nibs contain similar concentrations. The Aztec and Mayan civilizations consumed cacao as a daily food and medicine, not as a sweetened confection, but as a bitter, concentrated drink prepared with water and spices. Ancient Mesoamerican healers specifically associated cacao with heart strength, sustained energy, and mental clarity. All three of those effects map directly to what we now understand magnesium does. It regulates heart muscle contraction, supports ATP energy production, and is essential for neurotransmitter function and cognitive performance. Commercial processing of cacao significantly reduces magnesium content and destroys bioactive compounds. Raw cacao retains them. The flavanol content has also been shown to improve magnesium absorption by increasing gut permeability to minerals. A tablespoon of raw cacao powder in a morning smoothie or warm water. Raw cacao nibs mixed into porridge, trail mix, or yogurt. A small amount of 90% or higher dark chocolate provides some of this benefit. The higher the cacao percentage, the closer to the raw source. This is one where the daily habit is genuinely pleasurable, rather than something you have to force yourself to do. So there they are, 15 magnesium-dense plants ignored by modern food culture. Magnesium deficiency is at the root of so many modern issues: poor sleep, muscle cramps, stress, and high blood pressure. But fixing it doesn't take much effort. Start small, sprinkle hemp seeds in the morning, swap rice for buckwheat, or toss raw cacao in a smoothie. Drop a comment below, which of these 15 have you actually tried, and which one surprised you? I read every single one. Subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next one.